Hello, everybody, and welcome to our coverage of episode 29 of the Legends of Chima TV series, Call of Cavora. And first off, like always, I would like to say that the links to the episodes are in the description below for your viewing pleasure. The second thing I would like to say is this week we are joined by a special guest, someone that has not seen Chima since the very first episodes. I'm not sure, but I think it was the initial run. Introduce
Yeah, it was
yourself.
the first season.
Okay, yeah. It's Viper.
Yeah, hi.
Hi. But no. Without further ado, and I'm also joined by LJ and Kai.
Hey.
Oh, gee, thanks. We've been here through the majority of these coverages, and you're just, these guys are here.
Like,
The regulars.
The one and only Viper, and also some other people.
The regulars. You're the regulars.
Yeah. The one and only Viper, and then just some dudes.
And here we have LJ, Tor Mangosteen, and Kahi, our special common guest.
And Kai.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
cut
okay.
to the cheese.
Episode 29. It was very interesting. LJ, give us a quick recap.
Okay, well,
Anytime.
LJ's dropped. So,
Okay, LJ dropped
hey,
the call.
here's what happened real quick. The invasion force is spreading. The ice force is there. I don't know if there's an official name for them or not. They're spreading, and Laval
Okay,
and
wait.
his entourage get an idea that they can stop him by. Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind.
And they can stop him by throwing rocks down at the invasion force. So they try that.
No, you don't get to steal my thunder. I'm back.
I do get to steal his thunder because you dropped the ball entirely.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna drop your face. I'm gonna drop some rocks on your face. So anyway, yeah. Continuing on from where Kahi picked up. They throw rocks at them. Throw rocks because their energy blasts aren't gonna work because they get turned into icicles. And antics ensue. More humor with the mother mammoth and the other two.
The sun's
Antics ensue. They end up having to retreat, and Eris, getting shot out of the sky, ends up seeing another vision of the Fire Temple. That's a set. But she gets rescued, but we find out that there's some barrier of flame that's protecting someone. It's like a barrier the ice dudes can't affect anything over. So they retreat, go back to Lion HQ. Antics ensue regarding cake frosting. Krager makes reference to his numerous takeover attempts, which begs the question, did he really remember everything he'd ever done?
That is an
Disturbing
interesting
thought.
question.
Antics ensue in that antics ensue in that regard. And then they decide to go to the falling forest?
Yeah.
Thinks the
I forget what it was. And they go there, they lead all the ice dudes to this falling place and trap a bunch of them, and that seems to be working. Antics ensue with Vardy being pessimistic as ever.
Vardy is hilarious.
Eris in a aerial... Yeah, Vardy's funny. Freaking pessimistic as always. Anyway, so antics ensue. Eris has a aerial fight with like two of the vultures. They go to Mount Cavora, where Eris wishes to go to, because earlier in the episode, she was in this library looking for a book about the firebirds of
in the
old.
ridiculous section.
In the ridiculous section with the oddly alive books that I don't remember hearing of before. And so she goes to Mount Cavora. She goes to Mount Cavora and gets the vultures to freeze one or two of the streams. Krager and Laval come up. They all go to the top of Mount Cavora, go inside. Lo and behold, there's a temple that nobody ever knew about before. Not even the spiders, not even the bats or the scorpions that went up there, nor the steel chi. They didn't find this. So they go in there, antics ensue, legend beasts. suddenly flames, and then cliffhanger ending with a fire dude in a dress, and that's it.
We've been expecting you.
Yes.
Bond.
Okay, Chima, you're playing with my feelings here,
Oh boy.
but I'm gonna let Mesa go first.
Okay. Basically, I was just gonna say the immediate question that's in my mind throughout watching this is, what room is this that they found at the end, and why didn't the Outland tribes find it when they went up there?
Also, Mount Cavora has a fire hat now.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I assume it only reveals itself to those who are worthy, right?
If these people are worthy, then Chima is doomed.
Well,
They are
well,
okay. One thing I found kind of interesting is that they have a war council with the frosting and all that, but it's only the Virtus with Laval and Krager, and like Rogon and who's the gorilla? Gors?
Orzan.
Gorzan. So basically, it's Lavertus, who's the king, and his son's friends, and that's the war council. He doesn't consult any of the other leaders of any of the other tribes. I guess Rogon is kind of the leader of his tribe.
Well,
But-
keep in mind, he can't
So is
exactly
Braz.
consult the leader of the Croc tribe.
Oh, too soon.
Oh, too soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just kind of like I find like a lot of responsibilities falling into the kids of this world for one reason or another. It's a little jarring.
Yeah, it is.
But there's a lot of the back and forth between the Vala and Krager is actually getting really good.
Okay, yeah, I do gotta give props to them for that. This episode, the dynamics were very
Yeah, the
well
bromance
portrayed.
dynamic was pretty great.
Yup. But I'm
It
actually,
reminded me of
going back. Oh, you go first.
Okay, I say it reminded me of Zuko and Aang, kind of after like the third season. Spoilers, where Zuko and Aang are like friends in the last Airbender. You know, and they have like they're having conversations. It's a good back and forth, but they also have this "remember when I used to chase after you" kind of banter going up and down.
I guess I can see that. It just seemed like that on a much more
Yeah, it's a much smaller scale.
Younger-
Obviously, Avatar is a
younger
much more
scale,
bigger thing, but
aged back a ton.
aged back a ton.
So I just went back to look at episode 22 when the spiders flew into Mount Cavora, and I guess it was the Black Cloud. They actually not froze. They stopped the chi falls. So maybe that took away the energy field. I don't know. They like shot webbings inside to like freeze up the falls, and then they just flew right in and landed on a pedestal. Went in and grabbed all the webbed up chi. That's what they did. I do not know what the deal is here. Why they did not find the room prior, unless they're worthy, which is interesting. But I guess
Well, the
I can see it.
There were only the legends beasts from the original animals there. Maybe it's something to do with that, perhaps.
It's not a big thing I'm gonna harp on too much. It's just what jumped out at me when it all happened.
Right.
But all in all, the episode was fairly good. We had plot advancement, some funny humor, lots of fighting scenes, by which I really mean lots of laser battles and rock throwing. I guess is the norm for fights, but regardless, Sir Fangar had some good no-nonsense moments,
Yeah.
and then he had some moments where he got smacked around, but that is to be expected.
I like Sir Fangar as a villain, to be honest. I mentioned this like in the coverages prior, but the more I see of him, the more I'm liking where he's going with the character.
Yup.
Yeah, I didn't really like Krager as a villain, and I didn't see the spiders.
He was
Or the
never a
Right.
villain, and the spiders and the scorpions were like mob mentality.
Yeah, they were kind of like a lot of the older Bionicle things. So
Yeah.
he's a Sir Fangar is a good, more dramatic villain. I feel like I get the idea that he realizes he's an adult fighting against a whole bunch of children.
Yeah, that's the vibe I get too.
That's the thing I like about his name. He's like, Really? They're kind of like, if you were an adult and like you had to fight a war of children who were throwing rocks at you. I probably like it's kind of hurt, but at the same time, really,
Yeah.
you guys.
You know, I have experience with having rocks thrown at.
Do tell.
If Var were here,
Oh.
he would. No. I'm just making reference all the times you guys said I wore long sleeves because I constantly got rocks thrown at me, so I was hiding the bruises. I just felt like this was a good time to bring that up.
Yeah. It's still true, by the way.
So anyway,
Aldo, what did you think about this episode?
I liked it a lot better than the last one. Like there wasn't any weird camera angles that suddenly cut back and forth. A lot of the fight scenes are actually like the camera work for that chase scene. I really enjoyed that. Vardy unexpectedly got very funny because in the last episode he's like, "I'm just going to wait you out," and it's kind of like, okay, that's your caricature. But then he got really pessimistic and down about everything.
Right, yeah, that was
really,
I thought.
It's like I'm about to feel
unexpectedly humorous.
soul-crushing pain or something, whatever he said.
Yeah. And then Fangar's still pretty good. And I'm a little bit disappointed in the lack of development with the fire stuff. Like they haven't actually gotten their red pajamas yet. But I'm glad there's build up, there's like progress there.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. Like another thing I noticed, I think it was Gorzan, and then Rhino's name. What's his name?
Rogan.
Rogan.
Rogan and Gorzan got turned into ice cubes unexpectedly, like partially on Rogan, but completely on Gorzan. And like last episode, we were saying, well, anyone who's important with their plot armor isn't going to get frozen. But this time they actually got frozen, and it was refreshing. Granted, it wasn't Laval or Crag or Eris, but still.
I wish I had these people's ability to dodge laser beams with relative ease.
The laser beams are very interesting. I did find it also interesting that like all chi has stopped. Like the flow of chi is completely stopped because Eris is now going up and chasing her dreams. So they're completely without chi for quite a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find it a little odd that they're not immediately going into the battle like with chi. They're already using up all the chi because they have an access of it, And it seemed to work very well for Albertus.
Anyway, go on, Alja.
Yeah. So overall, I mean, I enjoyed the episode. It was very, very funny, especially again unexpectedly with like the Mammoth family, the mother, and like the son.
That has
two
to
sons,
pay
I
off
should
somewhere.
say.
It has to pay off.
Yeah. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the moment that the son just gets so fed up. He's gonna take chi out of his mother and just gonna be like, "Forget you, mom."
Forget you. That is my favorite subplot so far. Is the Mammoth family actually? I don't know what it is, but it's something just about that. The thing gets me. But
yep. Wow.
But yeah, I'm still a little bit perplexed as to the whole fire situation. That's kind of unusual. And then why is the chi stopped? Why are the legend beasts now shooting fire when they're just normal animals?
Yeah, well, in last season they turned
don't
into glowing blue people that then flew up and did all this crazy stuff, so it's not exactly out of the norm.
I guess that's true.
Let's be honest, Meso. I just had a thought. This is another crazy Chima conspiracy theory. What if this entire time Eris has been completely bat guau crazy?
Okay.
And the entire Legends of Chima show ended. It completely ended within the first 2 episodes like we thought it did. Everything after that has been completely and utterly in Eris's mind.
Oh, like it ends with her in a straitjacket, kind of like in a giant prison.
Yeah.
You know, like what's that one movie? Oh, I forgot. But like, yeah, that's the final scene is her in that prison, kind of, the straitjacket with a muzzle over her beak, and she's screaming like, "The fire is real, the scryer is real," and then like the doctors are like Laval and
Not even
Krager.
just that. She might not even just be in a straitjacket. She's just out in the outlands. And like the people back at Chima tell crazy stories about her.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
pretty
she's
dark.
like laughing to herself as she's walking across the
Yeah,
land.
she's going all around Chima, acting out these crazy adventures, and it's just Laval and Krager are just going, "Wow, remember when we used to hang out with her? Yeah, when we were little kids.
Yeah.
And
Shame.
whatever happened? She had too much chi."
Ah,
I want that to be the
Overdose.
well,
I'm sorry.
Kai, what did you
Anyway.
think of this episode?
I enjoyed it. I mean,
I'll let you touch upon a lot of it. I did think the writing here was getting a bit better. I like this, like I said, I like the Mammoth subplot. I like Sir Fangar. I like the bromance going on between Krager and Laval. I like all of that. Really, I'm I'm kind of curious to see where they're going because they did leave this one off on a very big cliffhanger. Where they're going past this is going to decide, how well it ends for me, or how well the season's going to, going to finish up.
Yup. Quite true.
But as of now, I like it. I like this much better than I did season 2 or season 1.
You didn't watch season 2.
I watched part of it. I didn't watch all of it. I watched a good part of it.
Okay.
But it's just the characters, the new characters seem much more interesting than I thought they would be. Especially the Vulture. Really liking the Vulture.
Yeah. Alright, well, Viper, this is the first episode you've watched in an incredibly long time. What did you think of this episode?
So much improvement. That's what I'm just gonna say. Like, I watched season 1, like the first couple of episodes. Wow, it's improved a lot since I've watched it. Like, even the animation, like even down to the animation, like I saw Krager and the ball running, looks so much more smoother. And yeah, some of the jokes kind of like fell flat at times, but most of the times the jokes did hit the right notes. So
Exactly.
and also the story seems to be picking up a bit as well. Like in the first season, it was just about protect the chi, keep the chi, and that's like, oh, where's the chi come from, and like stuff like that. You're going, what's in Mount Cavora, the mysterious floating mountain? It's like finally finding stuff out. So I'm interested now.
Do you think you'll be joining us for future coverages?
If I have time, yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, I think that is as good a place as any to leave it, unless anybody else has any final things they would like to say.
I do.
Okay.
It occurred to me just now that once again, all of this is still Laval's fault. Everything that has been happening. And it's not even just Laval. Because remember, Meso, you and I, we've decided a long time ago that Laval, as we knew him, is dead.
Yes.
And the Laval that we see now is zombie Laval. Because he died. He died in that cave after getting shot by all the Outlanders. This is zombie Laval repeating the same mistakes that living Laval made.
Okay.
Isn't that tragic?
How is it his fault?
Think about it. Laval chucks chi into the cavern, causes Outlanders to be things, the bats, the scorpions, the spiders. Scorpions, in turn, which are Laval's fault, chuck Chi into secondary cavern or same cavern or whatever. Causes ice dudes to come back to life,
Very true.
which means it all comes back to Laval.
Oh, Laval, why you so?
Oh wow, the main character is in charge for all the dramas going on. What a surprise!
Yeah. But I think that's a good place to stop. So we thank you all for watching our coverage of episode 29 of the Legends of Chima TV series. Pretty good episode. Things are going up, getting plot developments. Here's hoping next week is another good episode and we learn more about the mysterious Phoenix tribe. But until then, I am Messinac.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Viper.
And we will see you all next week for another exciting coverage. Goodbye.